Oh, salut. Ce faci? We are now in Romania. How do we get out of here? Oh, here we go. We're in the city of Iasi. I think I'm saying that right. Iasi? Romania is just one of those places that doesn't have the best reputation. You know what I mean? For example, what have you heard about Romania? Maybe you've heard that it's a country of thieves. You've heard that they're the most backward place in Europe. You've heard that Borat was filmed here. You've heard that Andrew Tate lives here. It's a complicated country. But I've also heard it's a country of immense beauty. It's the country that has the majority of the Carpathian Mountains. It has Dracula's castle. It has all these crazy things. Which side is true? Which of the stereotypes is more important? Well, in this video, we will go and try to dispel those stereotypes, or perhaps accidentally confirm them. I haven't seen a wire setup like that since Southeast Asia. Anyway, strong start. Let's go check out Romania. I'm excited for this one. We've been busy traveling around Ukraine, Russian-controlled republics. This one might be a bit more relaxed. Let's go. So what's kind of funny is I didn't just make like some big transition here. This is literally right up the street from where I just was, with all those like crazy wires hanging around. Romania. Things change real quick in this country. It's like somebody's getting married. How do you say congratulations in Romanian? Felicidades.
I show speed.
I show speed. Yes, I am. I show speed. I am the white. I show speed.
Shelly.
Shelly. Yes.
Shelly.
Okay. Yes. Nice to meet you.
One.
All right.
Hello, brother. No, me, no, two.
Okay. Huh? Hey. All right. We're a 10-year-old is trying to rob me. We're off to a great start here in Romania. Let me just hide in the pack of Romanian old ladies there. Ce faci? Oh, okay. My man is just putting on a full concert right there. That was worth the 10 Romanian lei I just gave him, whatever that's worth. Iași is known as the city of 100 churches, the cultural capital of Romania. Vin fiert. Maybe that's like strong wine. Chai de fructe, fruit tea. Do you speak English?
Yes.
Oh, great. Is this one wine?
Yeah, boiling wine.
Strong wine?
It's sweet.
This is fruit tea?
Yeah, tea and apple juice, hot.
On apple juice, okay. Yeah. I'll go for the tea. I drank a little too much last night. No more alcohol.
Don't like to try the wine? It's very nice.
I would love to. I drank too much last night.
All right.
I'm enjoying your country.
It's pitkeli.
Great. Wow. Mulțumesc. Bye bye. All right. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I arrived in this city yesterday from Moldova. Went out. It was a Friday night. Not gonna lie, got a little hammered. All right, so I've just been out here drinking in Romania. What is the name of the city again? It's a miracle I'm making this vlog right now. Sans unique. I love the language here. It's It's one of the most unique languages in the world, I think. It's basically Spanish mixed with Russian. Like the word for yes is da. Da. Then they're also like, yo quiero. I don't think they say that. That's from Spanish. Da, y me place. Peace, da, chinga tu madre. What a lovely language. Can't wait to learn more of it. I love Eastern European trams. Is this Eastern Europe? What do the Romanians think? Is this Central Europe, Eastern Europe? It's not Central. Would you consider Romania Eastern Europe or Central Europe? Eastern? That's what I thought. Thank you. Mulțumesc. Settled the debate. We're in Eastern Europe. Get out of here with that Central European nonsense. By the way, Romanians speak surprisingly good English. Like almost everybody speaks at least some. So imagine that. You think this is some backwards nation of uneducated people? No. They speak more English than the Italians. Probably the French too. Désolé, mes amis. What's a mess? Oh. Yeah, sorry. Oops. Not a gender-neutral bathroom. Well, look at that. Here you go. Here's a clean public toilet in the middle of an underground station. I mean, one thing I do generally agree on, charge people to use the bathroom. It works. It keeps it a little bit cleaner. This definitely feels like it was built during the communist era of Romania. Romania, as we just heard, is in Eastern Europe. Of course, they're in the Warsaw Pact. They were with the Soviet Union, united against their will, against NATO. And as a result, famously, Romania had their own communist dictator, Nicholas Ceausescu. I've heard very mixed reviews about the guy. Yeah, look at this relatively clean public infrastructure. You got a seat right here that literally says Iasi, the name of the city. Oh. Not bad. Not bad. I love cities that I've never heard of before, then they turn out to be super nice. And then we got something going on here. It looks like some kind of festival.
Scuze, voi ați fost profesorul azi la norvegiană, nu?
Are you saying I'm a professor?
Yeah, kind of. But did you make the seminar today?
Oh yes, that was me.
I'm one of your students.
Very nice to meet you. Yes.
It was so lovely. I loved it.
Oh, you're welcome.
And actually, I resonate with you so much because I'm also not Romanian. I'm Ukrainian, so I learned Romanian just like you, and I resonate so much with the way you speak.
I was just in Ukraine.
But it was amazing. I loved it.
Okay, thank you.
It was lovely.
Oh, what is this right now?
We do like
It's street photography.
photos, yeah.
Oh, street photography.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
like
Oh, you took a picture of me
Yeah,
right
it's
here.
a
That's
picture
funny.
and it's like a newspaper, like
Okay.
your person saw in
I
you.
see. How much is this?
It's based on donation.
If you'd like.
Donation. Okay.
I kind of recognized you, but didn't really because I have glasses, so it was
I see.
a bit different.
Yeah. Here, take this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel bad for this, but I'm sorry. I was just joking. Actually, I'm not. I'm not the professor. I'm sorry.
No, you're not?
I'm not. No.
No?
No. But what was
But
the?
you look so much like him.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Was he good
I
looking?
hate you.
What was the speech about?
Well, it was. It was.
I'm American. I just arrived in the
Oh my
city.
God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a clown.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, you look a lot like.
Okay.
A lot like him.
He sounds like a great guy. I don't know
He
who he
was
is.
a great guy.
Yeah. I'm glad you can meet me at least. And I'm happy to meet you. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this and treasure it.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
I love you staying in Romania. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Dziękuję. God, I love Ukrainians. I didn't know that I can impersonate professors now. Is that how old I look now? I look like a goddamn professor now. All right. Yash. Having a good time here. Oh, what's that building over there? Well-designed infrastructure. I don't know if the road infrastructure dates back to the communist era, but it's good. This is a super communist building right here. You got the bas-relief sculptures of the workers, the proletariat. Definitely from Romania's communist days. Some of the best, coolest architecture in the world. The old communist stuff across this entire region. If only the rest of the system could have worked out the same way. So the war in Ukraine continues, and the US is still deciding if it should send weapons to Ukraine or not. On the one hand, you've got Donald Trump saying that Ukraine is gone, all because Zelensky refused to make a deal with Putin, as reported by the government of Russia. And on the other hand, you have Kiev warning that the surrender of Ukraine would actually cause the West to collapse. Those weapons aren't just for Ukraine, but all of Europe. It feels like all of this is being driven by someone with a narrative that they want you to believe. The problem is, people tend to only read the first article they come across, missing out on the bigger picture. And that's why I'm happy to share with you, as always, today's sponsor, Ground News. Their app and website really help you sort out the truth. Where you get your news from heavily influences your worldview. But Ground News gathers the world's news, including from the US, the EU, Ukraine, and even Russia and China, so that we can understand complicated issues from every perspective. The main news sources in America and Europe are becoming more and more biased. You need a tool to help you think for yourself, and Ground News is the best choice for that. I highly recommend them so that you can have more informed conversations on the issues deeply dividing society. Go to ground.news/sab or scan my QR code so that they know that I sent you. My wonderful viewers will save a massive 50% off the same vintage plan that I use myself and get access to all of their features. As always, I only work with brands that I actually respect, and so by supporting them, you support my crazy trips in return. So thanks. Now let's get back to the video. So this city, Iași, from what I understand, is the third biggest city in Romania, and it carries historical importance. It used to be the capital of Moldavia. This city was effectively the capital of modern-day Romania for a long time before that title switched to Bucharest. It was important. It was also the wartime capital of Romania during World War II. But Romania was kind of in the Axis powers. I'm happy to start here. I'm happy to start our big Romanian journey in this super beautiful looking city. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at how epic that looks. I just can't get over how nice this city is. I'm not gonna lie, I had very low perceptions of Romania before coming here, but we're gonna have to change those. Whew. Where should we go next? Alright, so let's get to the train station and we'll head to another part of Romania. We'll take the tram to get there. Let's see if the tram system is easier to use than the one in Hungary. At first glance, I think that's a no. Let's chance it and see if I could use a credit card on here. Come on, don't disappoint me, Romania. Scan this code. Oh, wait, no, what's that over there? Oh. Bine. Very bine. Much easier than Hungary. So far, Romania has the edge. Huh? What? Jake?
Puteți să mă ajutați cu ceva?
I don't understand.
You can help me.
Oh, you want money? Okay. Let me see. Maybe it'll be your lucky day.
I want.
Okay. Bună sorte.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just in a good mood here, you know? Just want to help out everybody here in Romania. All right, we made it to the train station. Went to go pick up my bags along the way. And this also looks really nice. Looks like a church. Let's go do confession and I'll pick up a ticket. Look at this, they have a book vending machine right here in the train station. This is not an uneducated society. This is not the backwoods of Europe. Look at this. We don't have book vending machines in America. Are you kidding me? Oh, by the way, let me tell you where we're going. So, from what I've heard, the most beautiful part of Romania is undoubtedly the Carpathian Mountains. Carpathians run right through the heart of the country. They're supposed to be like Switzerland, but in Eastern Europe, and there's a lot of stuff. I'm pretty excited to go there. We got a long train ride ahead to get there, but let's do it. So that we are right here, Iasi, and then we're gonna follow some convoluted route to get all the way over to Brasov, and I believe that would be Transylvania. Probably the most famous part of Romania. I was kind of expecting this to be like one of those old Russian Soviet trains with the beds and stuff, but no. It's like somewhere in between. It's more modern, but still a little shitty looking. Let's get comfortable. This is gonna take a while. I could have taken a flight. We're not in Ukraine anymore. But what's the fun in that? What's the fun in that? Right. Feels like a million hours later. We're in Brasov, Transylvania. I need a hotel. I'm slowly coming to the realization that while the trains in Romania aren't like that bad, they aren't really that good either. I think we should try and rent a car tomorrow. Where are we going? Now see, some people have the mistaken belief that if there are like no migrants or minorities in the country, there'll be no graffiti. That's not true. That's not true. You still get graffiti in like 90% white countries. To be honest with you, it's kind of worse, if anything. You know? I think we need more gang members in Romania. All right, found an Airbnb. I don't know why I always do things at the last minute. It's just my personality, I guess. All right. All right. Not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. Is that what? Hold on, I can't show you that. That's gonna get the video demonetized. That is the first time I've ever had an Airbnb where they put an erotic art painting right above the bed. Oh. Oh. It is Romania. They're Latinos. Slavs with passion. Wait, actually, this isn't a brothel, is it? The upholstery has a bit of a 70s porno vibe to it. No. What is it with European doors? Like, you know? It's like, it depends on the way you turn the handle. If I do that, it doesn't open. Do that. All right. It's the backyard here. This looks like Transylvania to me. They recommend that you come to this region in the autumn time, and I certainly didn't plan that out that way, but came here accidentally during the autumn time. You guys get to enjoy it with me. Look at all the fall foliage. I don't think we've ever had fall foliage on this channel. Fall foliage. Fall foliage. I'm telling you. Romanian graffiti. You guys gotta step it up. Not impressed. Look at that fall foliage. Oh, this is exciting me. I can barely contain myself. And look at this city. Look at that old medieval fortress wall. What a place. Brasov. Here's a fun fact about Brasov. This city was started by the Germans, technically. Like the Saxons, a group of Germans. They spoke German. That's what I understood. And then eventually, the city was taken over by the Hungarians. Complicated history here. But throughout time, it remained majority Romanian, and that is why it is in the nation of Romania today. Having so much fun here. Imagine having your basketball court right here. That's your background. That's your background. Oh, sometimes I really do appreciate Europe. And yet these Europeans are not even using it. What are they playing? Soccer? Oh man, this city is beautiful. This city is absolutely beautiful. This is one of the most beautiful cities I've seen in Europe. I didn't know they had stuff like this in Romania. Did not know. I mean, it is a little weird how they insist on just graffitiing up like every damn medieval wall in the city, but they do that in Italy too, which is still dumb, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's really nice, but it's also just a bit touristy. So you know what that means. It's time for us to do what we do best on this channel. It's time for us to get lost in the middle of nowhere in Romania. Let us leave the friendly confines of the tourist haven and let's find an adventure. Let's go. All right, I have commandeered a vehicle for the journey. And of course it is a small, tiny European car, but that'll probably be better for parking. But it's also the only choice available. So my goal is basically just to see the Transylvania region, but the Transylvania region that no one else goes to. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of history in this area. You had the Hungarians. It was a Hungarian region for most of the last 1,000 years. You had the communist reforms, the communist infrastructure that was built during the era of Ceausescu. You even had Germans here, as we just saw, here in the town of Brasov. So who knows what we'll find. We'll just, you know, we'll just move along. If I find something interesting, we'll stop along the way. How about that? Okay? You fine with that? Good. Otherwise, you can watch another video. You know, I don't know why you're watching my channel. You could be doing so many other productive things at the moment. Man, I feel like Romania is one of those countries where it's gonna be a lot of fun to drive through it. You just see a lot of cool shit on the side of the road. Like, look at this church. Look at this church. Like, Romanians, I'm getting the impression, they like to flex on you with their churches, because that is a crazy looking church. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Apparently, next weekend, they're about to open the biggest Orthodox church in the entire world. They're just going for it. They're going to set the record. That's how they do things in Romania. They're catching up or going backwards, depending on how you feel about it. Okay, let's not lose the conservative audience, Tommy. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful drive. You have no idea. Looks even better in person. Oh. Professor Sabbatical Tommy definitely approves. All right, by the way, I know you're gonna ask about this, so this is gonna be as disappointing for you as it was for me. Don't go to Dracula's castle in Romania. It sucks. It really sucks. It's just rammed with tourists. And the worst part is, there is actually no connection to Dracula. There's no connection even to the guy that it was based on, Vlad Tepes, who's actually a pretty badass dude, but this place has nothing to do with it. So, let's just take a quick view of the castle up there, a castle that he never lived in, and let's get out of here. Bit of a traffic jam here. Alright, well, as I said, driving in Romania, it's an adventure. Look at that fall foliage. 10 out of 10 fall foliage right there. It's definitely something a professor would drive through. Right. We're out in the mountains of Romania. The Carpathian Mountains. Io parcare aici. Bine? Bine. Ah, okay, okay. Mulțumesc. Romania might have the cutest old ladies in all of Europe. This kind of feels like Switzerland. I've been to Switzerland once. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. And this feels kind of like the budget version of Switzerland. Is that, I'm not trying to be insulting here, it's just cheaper. Ce faci? Scuzi, am nevoie toaletă. E toaletă?
Ce să fie?
Toaletă.
Paleta?
Toalet.
Nu știu.
Da?
E interesant, aici, uite.
Ok. Ok.
E lume.
Mulțumesc, yes.
Ceva, bine, că nu mă singură.
Okay. I have no idea what she's saying, but she said maybe you can go pee over there. You damn English-speaking barbarian. Whew. Okay. Relieving myself here in the Romanian countryside. By the way, I gotta say, this village looks exactly like the one in Resident Evil 4. Should I be scared? Sunt bine acum. Eu merg la Sibiu. La revedere.
Eu aștept că are dita, e un mic, de e, o babă.
Ok.
E că
Am no înțeles. Mulțumesc, mulțumesc. La revedere. Ok. Don't understand what she's saying. We're not completely sure just yet that this isn't the village from Resident Evil 4, so don't want to wait for her to turn into a zombie. So I'm currently heading towards the city of Sibiu, which apparently was another place started by the Germans, the Saxons, back in the day. It is now Romania though. And anyway, in the surrounding areas, it's supposed to be very beautiful, very mountainous, very rugged. So, looking forward to that. Like I said, you know, this is a very casual drive through Romania. We're just gonna go wherever tickles my fancy, you know? So let's go get tickled. Okay, I just drove over here for one specific reason. I want to show you something cool. And then look at the peaks of those mountains. Look at the peaks of the Carpathians. There's snow on top of them. Snow-capped mountains in October. We're at the end of October, but look at that. This is why I travel. This is why I travel, gentlemen and ladies, for the few of you that are here. It's not just for the matacos. It's for immense, beautiful vistas like this. And to know that we live on such a gorgeous planet. Look at that sunset. Oh man. Romania. Definitely not a shithole. So again, historically, these mountains, the Carpathians, they shielded the local kingdoms from outside invaders. They were a strong defense. The greatest defense you can have, mountains. But although they worked most of the time, not always. This region was eventually conquered by the Ottoman Empire. The Turks got them, just as they got Hungary. But there was one man who led quite the resistance. You may have heard of him. He's called Vlad the Impaler. Vlad Tepes. And this dude was a bit wild. He would take his enemies and then just place them on a stake for everyone to view. Kind of like to drive fear into his enemies, Mongol style. His kingdom was not far from here. Vlad was eventually defeated by the Ottomans, and his head was sent to Istanbul. Crazy story. Crazy story. The story of this whole area is basically, if it wasn't the Turks messing with them, it was the Russians. And that's basically been Eastern Europe for the past 500 years. All right, bună dimineața, good morning. There we go. Let's get back on the road. Look at that. Isn't that a lovely thing to wake up to? All right, so this is Sibiu. And Sibiu, apparently, is another city that was originally founded by the Germans. German engineering, back in the 12th century. There we go. So Romania, I guess over the past 30 years has had this reputation of having a lot of thieves come out of here. They also kind of mistakenly get associated with a certain other minority group. But you know what? After traveling through here, honestly, I feel so kind of relaxed that I think I'm just going to leave my luggage in the car here while I walk around. I would not do this in New York. Would not do that in New York. But Romania? Romania's a different story. Alright. I'm not gonna lie. If you travel enough in Europe, which I've only started to do over the past couple of years, you will start to see a lot of these old, like, medieval squares, but this is a good one. This is a good one. And I don't think a lot of people travel here. Yeah, the city feels way less touristy than the last big one we were in, Brasov. I like it. Yeah, this feels like the kind of place I'd like come and take my mom to. Get her a house to live in, or maybe a nursing home. Just joking, Mom. No, I'm not kidding. Like, this town, this city, seriously nice. Seriously nice. This place is basically what my stereotypical image of Europe was as a child, which was derived from playing Japanese video games. Well, I mean, you know, probably also doesn't hurt that there's like no scammers here that arrived in Europe yesterday trying to slap some stupid bracelet on your wrist. Alright, Tommy, stop. Now you gotta lose the left wing, people. What are you doing? Don't you know you have to pander to one side of the political fence to have an audience? See, there you go, right there. The original name of the city. Hermannstadt. Hermannstadt. Of course, all the Germans left, apparently, after World War II. Yep. Luggage still there. Yeah. Romania. I think I like Romania. E mi piace Romania. But then again, I'm not saying they're not gonna jack your shit in Bucharest, so don't copy everything I do. But you can in Sibiu. Sibiu. Look at Sibiu. Come to Sibiu. Sibiu. Holla at me. Give me some money. You don't even have to pay me. Like, this is a beautiful city. Oh. Frumoasa city. Yeah.
Sibiu este frumoasă.
Sibiu frumoasă.
Foarte frumoasă.
Foarte frumoasă.
Timisoara.
Timisoara also.
Foarte frumoasă.
Foarte frumoasă. Okay. Eu merg. There we go. You heard it. Romania. Beautiful cities. What were we talking about again? Okay, let's get back in the car. Let's get back on the road. All right, we are heading towards, where are we going? We're going west. We're heading west in Romania. And we're going to pass through an area called Hunedoara. And I think that's going to be interesting because it was apparently there that the communist leadership of Romania tried to copy the Soviet Union and rapidly build out factories, industrialize, move a bunch of people over there, take people out of the countryside. And since then, much like the former Soviet Union, a lot of it is abandoned. And if we don't get lost doing that, then we'll keep driving west until we reach the other beautiful city of Romania, as that lady back there said, Timisoara. So, we got a fun, action-packed day ahead. Salud.
Poftim?
Apparently here in Romania you just get a roadside performance. Okay, mulțumesc.
Where are you from?
America.
America.
Yeah, there you go. See you later.
New York.
But also, why is there a traffic holdup in the middle of nowhere? I guess they're like doing road work. We have entered the industrial heartland of Romania, or maybe the former industrial heartland of Romania. Welcome to Hunedoara. And I was told that there's no area that better encapsulates the socialist era, the communist era of Romania than this place right here. These are the commie blocks of Romania. And these are the stray dogs of Romania. This place is quiet. Clădire socialistă?
Da.
Da? Viața socialistă, cum era? Bine?
Da.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. Well, somebody liked the communist era. What an interesting place. Looks like pretty much all these storefronts are abandoned. Guess this is like the West Virginia of Romania, but the West Virginia of Romania still looks pretty nice. And they seem to be taking care of it. I mean, you know, like, look at this plaza. This was clearly rebuilt recently. And they're like building something new over here. Ce faci? Noua pasarela? Okay. Cum e viața aici?
Faine, dacă lucri.
Okay.
Dacă nu lucri, nu-i bani. Nu ai bani de dinar.
There's drinking.
Păi da,
Drinking, okay.
plecăm doi, păi,
Okay. Pizda.
păi câte un mâine,
Pizda. Pizda. Okay.
Nu, bătrân.
Okay. Eu merg acum. Okay. Mulțumesc. In the communist era, first under Georgiu Dej, and then later under Ceausescu, this was a planned city. It was planned to be the steel-making capital of Romania. They were going to make some steel. They were going to produce. They were going to industrialize, and they were going to beat the capitalists. Romania was going to be a powerful nation, and this was supposed to be a symbol of it. But it is still wild how even after everything falls apart, people move out, broader horizons, to find their capitalist destiny. When these towns just turn to shit, you ask the old people and they still say life was better back then because it was simple. Because everything was planned out. Didn't have to stress about finding a job, didn't have to stress about paying bills, I think. Did communists have to pay bills? I don't know how that worked exactly. You can see the tops of one of the old steel mills right there. It's no longer operational. Now it's a parking lot. Of course, after the end of the communist era, after Ceausescu was taken out and shot with his wife, Romania transitioned to a capitalist economy, and the population here basically halved. People moved out. All right, this is an appropriate place to put some graffiti. Finally, Romanians. I guess this place really is abandoned. Downtown Hunedoara. And then on the other side of the abandoned socialist steel production building is a giant advertisement for McDonald's. Oh man, that is perfect. It's perfect. Welcome to capitalism, Romania. Welcome. Enjoy the problems that it provides. Certainly, it is the better option compared to communism, but I want to show you one more thing that I think is cool, or at least interesting. This neighborhood was called Micro 7, and there was a Micro 6, there was a Micro 8. These were planned neighborhoods for the steel workers. Many of the people that came to work in those steel plants, it was their first time ever seeing electricity, running water, heating. This place was designed to be, as all the communist places were, a utopia, a communist utopia. Ironically, for a place where many people had their first introduction to electricity, there's no electricity. Back then, the way that life apparently worked was that people would go and do their shift at the factory, but the shifts were long. They would often be day and night. Once they were done, there wasn't much to do except go drinking at the local bar. Romanians love to drink. Found that out last weekend. Oh, scuzi.
Ce faci cu GoPro? Unde te duci?
Huh?
Unde te duci cu GoPro?
GoPro?
Faci YouTube?
Eu fac YouTube.
Câți faci?
Eu fac.
Faci prima câți abonați? Cum te cheamă?
Okay.
Zi pe litere.
I'm about to get my first Romanian subscribers. Let's go. Sabbatical.
Bă, are aproape 1 milion! Sabbatical. What content?
Travel. Viaje.
What?
How do you say travel in Romanian?
Dance?
No. Just aventura.
Aventuri?
Aventuri. There we go. Aventuri, yes.
De unde l-ai cumpărat?
Că cumpărat-o America.
Din America?
Di America. In America.
Sunteți american?
Eu sunt americano.
Ați găsit vreodată animale periculoase?
Slowly.
Please, my YouTube.
Your YouTube. Unde YouTube? Which one? This you? 6 subscribers.
Mai,
now
Kevin cu capa.
Ok, eu merg acum. Ok, so nice to meet you. Mulțumesc. Bye. Yes, like cu plăcere. Bye. All right. Good. Growing my Romanian subscriber base. So there you go. This is what life would have been like back in the communist area. Minus YouTube, minus cell phones, minus all modern conveniences, but people just gathered in the courtyards. Bye! Oh, I should probably get out of here now. I'm causing a stir in the neighborhood. They might get nostalgic for the old days and call the secret police on me. Let's get out of here. Let's get back in the car and drive another 2 hours. All right, welcome to Timisoara. And joy of joys, I finally got to stay in an old Romanian communist building. Look at this. Definitely nicer than the former Soviet buildings. But I think the Romanian government actually came in and touched all these buildings up after the revolution. And speaking of the revolution, Timisoara is where the revolution that led to Romania becoming a free country, it's where it started, right here. So I'm excited. Excited to explore the city and probably wrap up our journey through Romania. And look, we have some more glorious Romanian capitalist graffiti here. Good to see. Still not very high quality. Professor Tommy does not approve. Whew. And we are blessed with a day of beautiful weather, a surprise day of beautiful weather. It might be the last day of the year of beautiful weather here in Romania, end of October. What a day to explore the city of the revolution. That is literally the nickname of Timisoara. Romania had, you could argue, Romania had the craziest revolution in history. It's worth talking about, and we're gonna do that. Look at this thing. Shockingly, it was actually a Hungarian that began the Romanian Revolution. It was a Hungarian pastor that inspired a lot of people, and the evil dictatorship of Nicolae Ceausescu, they tried to arrest him, they tried to detain him, they tried to take him away. And on December 19th, 1989, the people in this very square, they rose up to defend him. They rose up in revolution. And that created the spark around the entire nation of Romania to end the communist dictatorship. It's crazy. Things kicked off here on December 19th, and by Christmas, December 25th, just 6 days later, Nicolae Ceausescu and his wife was also a leader, kind of a brutal person as well, they were lined up in the public square of Bucharest and put to death. And don't shed any tears for that man. Nicolae Ceausescu was brutal. He tried to emulate the Soviet Union, but he quashed all dissent. He put many people to death. He had a secret service spying on people. And by the 1980s, people were basically starving. There was no electricity. It was crazy. And from that point onward, Romania became the happy capitalist society that it is now. And in celebration of that, there's a McDonald's. McDonald's taking full advantage of Romania's historic square. Glory to America. Fattening up the Romanians. We also have the Langoshes right next to McDonald's. That might be a bit better, but no. If I'm gonna try something Romanian on camera, I know you guys don't actually enjoy watching me eat anything, so let's make it count. Let's give a proper outro to this video. Romania, as a country of alcoholics, has quite the selection to choose from here. What should we go for? How should we celebrate being in the city of revolution? Excuse me.
Yes.
What is the worst drink in Romania?
That will have to be the Noroc. It's the biggest bottle we have and the worst type of beer we have.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.
I might go for that. You don't have a smaller bottle though?
No, only the 3-liter one. I don't recommend drinking it all.
What about this one?
The Ciucaș is better.
Ciucaș is better? This is probably going to be terrible, but I'll try this.
Yeah, the Ciucaș is better. The worst you can have, it's either the Noroc or the Timisoara.
I'll save that for when I'm homeless in Romania. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
You too. There we go. That was a strong recommendation for a traditional Romanian beverage. There's one other thing I wanted to try, actually. Okay, look at this. Romanians have told me that they have the best candy in the world. It's called rum because it literally has rum in it. A rum flavored candy with actual rum in it. What a wonderful country. I don't know how ridiculous I look carrying this stupid bottle around. I must look like a homeless person. And I'm sure most homeless people have more class than I do. Yeah, what the mess? He's got the Yankee hat on. Let's go. That's pretty good. Not bad at all. You've impressed me once again, Romania. So, oh God. There we go. In honor of Romania, in honor of the Romanian Revolution, in honor of how beautiful this country is, in honor of how much this place has exceeded my expectations, I think Romania is one of my new favorite countries. Certainly one of my favorite countries I've visited on this trip so far. It's great. Certainly, Romania has some problems. But what country doesn't? What country doesn't have problems? What country doesn't have corruption? So this is for you, Romania. And I recommend all of you watching at home to come and visit this country yourself. You know, forget about France, forget about Italy. Come see something new. Come see Romania. Just don't go to Dracula's castle, because that thing was total tourist trap. Total tourist trap. As a newly anointed professor who is drinking the equivalent of a 40 ounce here on the streets of Timisoara, I encourage you. What a trip. It turns out I did so much exploring in Romania that I can't even fit it all into this video. If you want to see some extra deleted scenes that are just as entertaining as the video itself, including my visit to a town named after an offensive slur for some reason, you can find them on Patreon. By supporting my travels with as little as $5 a month, you get access to an entire library of extra adventures. Adventures that didn't make it onto the main channel. And there's some full videos on there. So, thank you. Mulțumesc. And I'll see you in the next one.